Hello, this is Barry with Cryptics ABC for All, and this is Tute 1 Prac. This is based on anagrams. This is lot 1. Okay, first one. Toss net over cowboy hat. Toss net over cowboy hat. Now don't forget the overall meaning is useless. Look at the parts. First, we look at the matrix. We have 7 spaces with a given S. 7 spaces with a given S. Right, now look at the clue. Flag, fodder, key. Possible flag. Could be toss, could be over. I'm more inclined to think it's over, being an anagram flag. I could be wrong. I think that could be the one. Now, if the flag's in the middle like that, where is the key? Where is the fodder? Get a hint from this S down here. The fodder, in the easy ones, the fodder's right in front of you. The fodder's in the text. Exactly. Not a synonym of the fodder, but the actual fodder is in the text. So, if that's an S, cowboy hat hasn't got an S. Toss net has got an S, so I would assume that's going to be our fodder. So I'll start marking this up. Make that the fodder. I reckon this is going to be your flag, anagram flag, and I think that this cowboy hat is going to be our key. Now this could all be wrong, but that's what we do. That's how I see it at this time. Okay, now if you can get a synonym for cowboy hat right now, go for it. That's the best way. Go for it. What's the synonym for cowboy hat? Cowboy hat? With an S? I'm sure you've got it. A cowboy hat with an S is a Stetson. Yes, I'm sure you had it. Stetson. Now, is it true? It will be true if we can anagram toss net and get the word Stetson. Can you anagram toss net and get Stetson? S-T-E-T, oh yes, there it is, the S-O-N, it's all there. It is an anagram. We have proved that our answer is correct. That's the confirmation. That's how they're done. Have a quick look at the matrix, see how many spaces and givens, then get onto your clue, look for flag, fodder, key. If you can get a synonym for the key, go for it. Here we go, next one. Spilt large drink at pub. Spilt large drink at pub. 5 spaces required, 5 letters. Given G. Okay. Now look at the clue. Flag, fodder, key. Can you see a flag, a possible flag? Now, spilt to me could well be a flag for an anagram. If that's the flag, I would think the key's down this end, but how long is the key? Well, maybe we should look at the possible fodder. We need 5 letters in the fodder with a G, and there is a 5-letter word with a G. So I reckon that's your fodder. I'm going to mark this up now. I think we've got it. So that's the fodder. I reckon this is the flag, and therefore the rest of it here, the drink at the pub, is going to be our key. Okay? Well, now tell me, what's a synonym for drink at the pub? What is a drink at the pub with a G in the middle? 5 letters. Name a drink you get at the pub. You got it? Yes. The men will know this straight away. One of the drinks you buy at the pub. Well, if you can't, suppose you can't get it. If you can't get it, look at your anagramming of the fodder with a G and put in the other letters. L, A, there's the G's there, so R-E. L-A-R-E, and try to rearrange that into a drink at the pub. I'm sure you'll come up with the answer. The answer is going to be Yes, lager. Now, is it true? Can you definitely anagram this? Let's see. Can you get lager out of that? Lager. Definitely true. We've confirmed it. It is an anagram. Our answer is correct. That's how it's done. Let's look at the matrix of this one. Found his table in pieces. That's the clue. The matrix has got 9 spaces with a T and a B given. 9 spaces. All right. Back to the clue. Flag. Possible flag. Oh, yes, in pieces. That looks like, to me, a fairly good chance of being a flag because the word's in pieces. Okay, anagram flag. If that's the flag, more than likely the key's up this end, which means the other part must be the fodder. 9 letters we're going to need. If that's the fodder, we're going to need 3, 6. We're going to need all that. Here's tables for the fodder, which leaves me with found for the possible key. So, give me a synonym for found. 9 letters with a T and a B. You can't use discovered. That doesn't work, does it? If you found something, you discovered something. Well, that doesn't work. Well. Now, don't forget these verbs. I mean, that looks like, in this sentence, which is not a sentence, by the way, in this sentence it looks like past tense, found. But some verbs can be present tense. Don't be restricted by the sentence. You say, oh, it's past tense in this sentence, but it is not a sentence. It's a concocted thing. Look at found by itself, isolated. The word found is a verb. Can it be other tenses besides past? It can, can't it? So if you get stuck, don't forget to go that way with verbs. They can be different tenses. So found, can it be present tense? Can you found something? Can you found? I know it sounds strange, but you can found something. You can found something, such as an organisation. You can found, say, a hospital. Right? You can found a fundraising situation, committee. Found. So that's another sense. All right, now, have you got a meaning for found? I'm sure half of you have by this stage. A present tense. There is a present tense synonym for found. However, if you can't get it, what are you going to do? As I said, you've got T and B. Put the rest of these letters down. H-I-S-A-L-E-S. Put them down in the rest of the spaces. And then try to reorganise them in your head, mentally. All right? Now, suppose at this stage you still can't do that. Some of you have got the answer right now, I know. And some of you have just reorganised those letters and you've got the answer. There may be some of you yet have not got it. What are you going to do? If you haven't got it, well, there's only one thing left to do. If you can't get it, you go to your phone and put in the words, his tables. And what do you follow it by? You follow it by the word anagram. And up will come all the anagrams of his tables. And one of them will be the answer you're looking for. You recognise it as being a synonym of found. Okay? And let's put it down now, take everybody out of their misery. We know what it is. To found something is to establish. Okay? There it is. Now, it's only true if we can confirm it. Can you anagram his tables and get established? Let's see. Well, there's the ES, and there's a TAB in the front of it, TAB, and the LISH is there too. So it is an anagram. Confirmed. Next one. Opposed to a giant's involvement. Opposed to a giant's involvement. 7 letters, spaces, 7 spaces that is, and you have givens G and S. Right, let's look at the clue now. Flag, fodder, keys. Well, Involvement could well be a flag. Anagram could be anagram flag. If that's the flag, the key's usually up this end, and there's to be a fodder in the middle somewhere. Suppose we do it like that, whack this down as being the key. This could be wrong, but that doesn't matter. We're looking at it like this. We're looking at the involvement as being the flag, all right, which means that the fodder is going to be in here somewhere. If it's right, it's got to have 7 letters and a G and an S. So there's an S and a G. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Have to take the A as well to get the whole thing. Looks like we could be on the track. All right. Now, so this all boils down to the fact that opposed is going to be the key, we think. Give me a synonym for opposed. A synonym for opposed is, if you're opposed to something, you are, yeah, I'm sure you've got it. You're opposed to a motion, you are, you're one of the naysayers, you are, yes, you are against that motion. Now, is it true? Can you anagram a giants and get against? A-G-A-I-N-S-T. Yes, there it is. It's an anagram. We have proved, we have confirmed that it is the answer because we can anagram the fodder and get it. And the last one, make sense of trip, earnest, organised. Make sense of trip, earnest, organised. Well, now we have a big one, 10 letters, but you have 2 givens, T and R. Well, let's look at the clue now. Flag, fodder, key. Flag. Trip, organised. Organised is a fair chance of being an anagram flag because you're organising something, organising the order of letters maybe, which means the fodder is going to be fairly close to it, usually is. It means the key is going to be up this end. 10 letters required for the fodder. Earnest, E-R-N, is a 6. You're going to need probably earnest and trip for the fodder. Is that okay? We're going to get a T and an R? Yes, it's a T and an R. All right, I'm pretty happy with that. So I think organised is going to be our flag, which means that make sense of is up here, is going to be our key, if we are right. Righto, give me a synonym for make sense of. Make sense of. If you make sense of something, what do? If you make sense of something. Tricky, isn't it? However, can you see a hint in the fodder? Taking out the T and the R, put in. This is if you can't get the answer. I mean, some of you may have the answer straight away, and that is by far the best thing. Look at this key, get a synonym. If you got it, you're right, now prove it. That's the true method. However, suppose we can't. You say, can't get a synonym for make sense of. All right, make sense of. Trip, earnest, let's see. What do? You got the T and the R, so leave out the T and the R and put down in here. What do you put down? All the other letters in that same order. I-P-E-R-N-E-S-T. I-P-E-R-N-E-S-T. Done. Put them all in there. And look at it and say, now, reorganise it. Anagram that to get a synonym for make sense of. Can you get it? Make sense of? If you think about it, you will. Don't resort to your phone immediately, please. Get those grey cells working. Okay? All right, here we go. Have you got it? I'm sure you have. To make sense of something, to make sense of, say, I'll give you a hint, to make sense of another language. To make sense of a mess is to make sense of signals is to interpret. So interprets has to be S. You say, why is it the S there? Because it's makes. That's a singular verb. He makes sense. So you must have he interprets. Okay? There it is. All done. And that's going to be an anagram if we can prove it. We haven't proved it yet. Look at here. Can you interpret Trip Ernest? INTERPR. Yes, here, there it is. All done. It is an anagram. We've proved it. End of story. I'm happy. And that's how they work. That's lot 1. Now I have plenty of these. I'm doing lots and lots of these little clues and solutions like this. And I discuss every one fully just like this. Hopefully what you'll do is you'll pause the presentation after you see the clue and the spaces, and you do it yourself. After you've done it, then come back and watch my solution. And that's how you're going to learn. Okay? Happy solving. There's many more to come. Okay. Thank you.